Planned Parenthood of Greater New York is removing the name of Margaret Sanger, a founder of the national organization, from its Manhattan clinic. The abortion provider says it made the decision because of Sanger's, quote, harmful connections to the eugenics movement. Pro-lifers are responding. In a statement, Susan B. Anthony List says, quote, the next step for Planned Parenthood is recognizing that Margaret Sanger's racist legacy continues today as abortion continues to disproportionately impact minority communities, especially the Black community. Joining me now on Skype to talk more about this is Dr. Angela Franks, author of the book Margaret Sanger's Eugenics Legacy and professor of theology at St. John's Seminary in Boston. Dr. Franks, welcome to the show. So glad to have you. Let's start right there with the legacy of Margaret Sanger. For people not familiar with the term eugenics, what exactly is it?
The eugenics movement divided people up into either the so-called fit or unfit based on their genetic health and capability. And Sanger completely bought into that movement. It really had its heyday between the 19-teens and really up through World War II. And she was an active part of that movement.
What are some of the views that Sanger espoused when it came to race?
Yeah, with race, it's a little more complicated. Not all eugenicists were racist, and it's really, we don't have a lot of, I think, absolutely clear evidence. Some people think she definitely was a racist. I'm inclined to think she probably wasn't, but it's very clear that she was a eugenicist. And so that means that she considered as unfit people who were poor, people who had physical disabilities or mental or cognitive disabilities, and she considered those people to be, she said at one point, they're like weeds that they shouldn't reproduce. And she considered her work in promoting birth control to be part of promoting a eugenic vision.
I know the board chair of Planned Parenthood of Greater New York said in a statement that removing Sanger's name actually acknowledges, quote, Planned Parenthood's contributions to historical reproductive harm within communities of color, end quote. What do you know about Planned Parenthood's history in that respect and its impact today on communities of color, especially the African-American community?
Yeah, one of the things Planned Parenthood said today is that this is long overdue, and that I think maybe is the only thing that I've ever agreed with Planned Parenthood about on anything. This is long overdue because Sanger wove into the fabric of Planned Parenthood this eugenic idea that we can just decide that some people should not have children for their benefit and for the benefit of society, and that somehow that's something we get to decide. And the way this cashes out concretely with Planned Parenthood is that you see that they have more clinics in poorer neighborhoods and economically disadvantaged areas. They've said in publications in the past that their target population are people who are impoverished, and that also includes obviously racial minorities. They are much more present in minority neighborhoods than they are in white neighborhoods. And so I think we see concretely how this eugenic worldview of Sanger's that she wove into the fabric of Planned Parenthood, how that cashes out today.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your perspective with us. We really appreciate it. Dr. Angela Franks, thank you again.
Thank you.